So hello everybody, it's another busy day today. It's such a blessing. So we was thought we only have two guests, but there's another one walk in. So we have three guests today, and of course it's just a timing that Angel was on day off, and I'm just doing myself. Oh my gosh, I've been so sweating doing something. So but so happy. So for now I'm waiting Juan because we're going to not really to the city, but one of the mall that really not far away over here, because I need a toaster. So it is so windy today, and that's the cause of this. So one of our banana here, Saba banana, was down. So I'm trying to reach my brothers, any one of them to come over here to get this one and throw it away, because it is really here on the way, because we have a guest today. Opening light here in Tigbawan.
4, 3, 2, 1.
On the light! Hey!
Merry Christmas, Tigbawan!
Money. So it's the twins' Christmas party, and they are ready to send them to school. So I'm still need to buy their pie for their pledge for their Christmas party, but I'm so busy this morning, so I'm gonna catch up later.
Well, let's go up here and see what's happening upstairs. I have not been paying much attention up here because I've been doing other things, getting water, power, things like that into that cantina. Mostly the water and the drains connected right now. And the boys have just kind of been on their own up here. I'll show you what they're doing. They're building for that deck to be all the way across up there, a little flat roof. Over all these CRs across the back. So see, they took the old plywood and they're using it to chop and make that decks up there. And then I still don't want to cut my black sheets, so if we have to have any more plywood, I'll just buy some cheap ordinary, that low quality 1/2 inch. It's gonna be a one-time use, just a one shot. But it looks like they're making the best of what they have. So it's the second room. The walls itself will support, quite a bit of that slab. You got a wall, and then coming out right here like 1.5 meters. So it's got a lot of support for that little slab on top. which kind of nice. It'll lock everything together across the back there. And then again in here, the same thing again. And looks like Miller's in here working on it right now, getting braces all in, getting it all level, shimmed and tied and everything. So that's what's happening on that. It's just a slow go right now. It's holiday time. There's a lot of events going on. There's a lot of people missing work. We're not even really that hard into it either. There is a wall that needs to be poured in here in this room where the CR is going to be. So where we're turning this now into a double bed little guest room instead of a laundry room. We really had a need for a double bed room, and this is a great room for that. Really great. We've just been staying constantly booked. We've got a gentleman that booked all the way through almost a month, through the middle of January, paid up. We got other guests when they come. They always want to extend. They get here and they like it, and sometimes they'll change plans. They just enjoy and relax here. Even Joseph, that's here from Rhode Island right now, he was going to bounce on some other places, and he said, "Man, I'm just going to extend," and he said, "I'm just going to extend again," and and he has. But tomorrow, a big group is coming in of like. Man, how many? It's a bunch. I had to ask Mel. Drawing a blank. A big group. They got the whole property booked, and they paid us additional for extra people to be in every room. So the guest that's down in the cabin, that was already pre-booked for these people. So he's got 2 days that he's not going to be here. So we made accommodations for him for those 2 days, and then he'll be right back in the cabin again. But this big party was already pre-booked in advance and paid for. But it's a real blessing. It really is, and we're getting more and more inquiries. And I'll tell you what, I need these additional rooms. Mel and I do. We need them. This room right here that's going to have the double bunks and stuff in it, man, it's going to be a hot ticket. I can guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. All of these are. It's just going to be great. Just gonna be great. Like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Yeah. So then little showers come here and there. We've been really needing that rain. It's such a pleasure to get it. It's really kind of getting dry, and we're getting daily showers right now in the afternoon. It's been nice. Nothing too much, just like I say, showers, not no storms or anything. No thunder, no lightning. Just a nice northerly breeze that feels so good. So good.
Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. So today is we are fully booked, and it's back to back. So we have a viewer that booked for 2 days for all our 4 rooms. So it's gonna be busy for today and tomorrow for cooking the breakfast. So I hired another extra person, another hands, to helping us here to prepare things. Because on the following day, Angel is going to vacation to my sister place there next island, and also my whole family. So only me and James are going to celebrate the Christmas here. Of course, we can't leave because we have a guest here, and plus we need to manage our stuff here. But it's okay. We are happy with what we got over here. To some of you that come and effort to visit here in our place, thank you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you.
Good morning. So I want to show y'all something here. These are my tilapia. You'll see them swimming in there. Well, let me tell you, Everybody wants to be a wiseacre, you know, on my channel. They want to try to find some reason to thump you. And so I guess they wanted to mock me because in the past I made a video and I show them where we're letting these fish eat natural algae and papaya and all that, and it's still true. Nothing has changed about that. You see this green in this water. This water's spoiling because of me throwing feed in here. I've got different fish in there and I still want to make sure they get plenty to eat, but I'll bring this commercial feed out here, throw it. Those tilapia will be all around it, under it and everything, and they only occasionally eat some of it, just occasionally. The main thing they've been running around there doing is eating tadpoles, bugs, and the natural algae, and man, they are growing like crazy. Now I can't say they'll always sustain on that because as they get bigger, they're going to, of course, need more. And that's just a little small group of them. They're spread all down through here. But there's a lot of area in here for that small group of fish, and there's a little bit of milkfish too. But I do still come throw some and just see, because I want them to grow pretty fast. See, now they're going after it some today, so they might have really ate down what's already in there. But you don't want to throw too much, you'll spoil the water with it. All that corn-based feed and all, it'll really sour the water. Man, they're getting big fast. And they're only like 5 inches long there now. Look at that, boy. They are growing. Growing. Hello, everybody. So I was just standing here recording for the other part of the vlog for the build over there and telling about what's going on. But I'm out here working on the boat, and let me show you what's happening up here with this. Excuse the fan noise down here. What's happening up here with this is I'm back to this instrument cluster. Now I bought 2 gauges this size before I was going to put in here and maybe set this into it and all that, but I decided against all that. I've got a better use for those gauges I bought. And in the US, I had this instrument cluster right here. These are marine gauges. Again, excuse the fan here. I'll turn it off while I'm recording for a second, but it is kind of hot. So you see how nice and neat the wiring is on these? And these gauges don't stand up as tall either. They're more shrunk down. Nice, clean harness. Nice and clean. Has a plug on it, has a pigtail on it. Just perfect. And then you go up here to these, and it's just total chaos and mayhem, and just wore out and broke. So I'm just going to swap these gauges over in that dash. It's the exact same holes, the same setup, and so I'll just pull them out of this old broke panel right here. But these are in really nice shape. I mean, you know, I'm showing it to you kind of in the dark here right now, but these are clean, you know, other than dusty. They're dusty, but they're clean. They're in great shape, you can see. And the wiring's really nice. So what I'll do is take the harness on the boat that's coming back from the engine right now, and right here where this factory plug is, I will just take and use those solder crimps, and then I'm gonna, and they also already have like their own heat shrink around them, and then I'm gonna double with an additional heat shrink over the top of that, and I'm just going to butt right in to this, so I'll have a plug here in the future, and not just nice and clean. This is all I need. Just keep it simple. And these are off a 5.7 liter V8, you know, Chevy, which is exactly what this motor is. So all that should work out really great. Good morning from another boat day here. Another boat day. Well, I worked down here just for a little while on the dash last night, removing gauges and all, and I'm back here at it this morning, plucking out all these old gauges, plucking them all out. I mean, look how bad that was. Yeah, plucking them out. See, the glass is gone on them, and some of these might be okay, but they're just tired and faded. Just look at that. So I got those new ones that I ordered, which would be just 2 gauges this size and eliminate all the rest. And the speedometer works off GPS. But the reason I don't want to use those is because I'll have to make a whole new bezel, and these will swap out perfect gauge for gauge. And look what a clean wiring it has, which I know I already told that. And I've already been plucking it all out back here and just got wiring laying here everywhere. I'm labeling these as I bring them out, but it should be pretty good. Get all this out. And another thing, the way it had this mess, it drags the door right here. Apparently it's been like it since factory, and it drags the door sliding in right there. Horrible design they did. So I'm really also looking forward to how this pigtail here tucks all the way over to the end. So I'm going to try to put it back exactly like it is right here, and it's right out at the end, not dumping out in the middle right here and then dragging the door. If it came out here at the end, it never hit the door. This is the way it was made. That's pretty amazing. So Sea Ray's a fine boat, but they also make some goof ups. So I will continue on here, pulling everything out and dropping all the new in, and I think it's going to be pretty nice. Also have a new ignition switch here I'm going to put in also, and I'm going to leave the diesel kill button for now, just in case that diesel ever does get returned back in this boat. It'll still be set up for it. So there you have it right there. We got a lot of guests here right now, and we've got Melinda's cantina semi going, her stove going there. There's 2 sinks going in there now, countertops, everything. So it's not finished, but it's functional, and so now it's a whole lot easier for her to be cooking down there. And they're still trying to get some stuff transferred from upstairs, but we have been busy, just nothing but solid bookings. And it's misting rain right now, which is pretty nice. Makes for a nice, cool, beautiful morning. I think today's going to be the last work day, because all the family, the twins, all the kids, everybody, the entire family is going to Negros over to Melinda's sister and my brother-in-law Richard, and they're going to have Christmas over there. In fact, a few of them have already headed over there, and they're over that way. But we're going to stay here. It's great they're doing that and all. It's wonderful, but we're going to stay here. Of course, we have this property and we have guests, but every year we're always busy with Christmas, and it's just going to be kind of nice to have a little low-key this year. I normally do a big kids Christmas party. So they were rendering in that small little wall in the back where the toilet bowl is going to be, and there'll be a little open chaseway there. And man, when you got a pointed room on one end, you got to get creative how you can do all of this. So that area right there that's walled off, that's the shower in there, and then the toilet's going to be there in the back, and a door right here. It's hard to see, some of the forms are a little oversized, so that don't stick out quite like you see it right there. That's just extra form board sticking out, so they didn't have to waste the sheet. The wall ends on back here, even with the door. So all of this is just extra form sticking out right now. But they jumped on it here yesterday, and they got all that steel set in place and forms, and they made a door butt, got it in. They had just a little bit of finish up to do this morning, and they are pouring it now. And honestly, I didn't even know they were already rendering that wall back there, because it's gonna be hard to pour that because you can't get your hardware back out later down in there. So they just took some thin little, not even, man, maybe like 1/8 thick scraps of plywood we had, and I told them just leave the wood in there. It may not ever recover it. It might just be a permanent form in behind it up in that little point. So once they get this done and poured, they'll be able to continue forming up that little flat deck back in the area. And there's still more that they don't even know about this room yet. I'll just show them same time I show you guys. But there's another little twist coming off on this room. But they're getting it all done. Getting it all done. And then we're going to take a holiday break. We've had a lot of guys out back and forth sick and personal matters and everything else. And we just really hadn't cared, to tell you the truth. Because it's the time of year we just want to relax a little bit, enjoy the holidays and the guests and all too. So this hasn't got worked on every day, so it wasn't a back-to-back vlog that, okay, day 1, day 2, day 3. No, we're just kind of skipping around and hit and miss. They've all had things going on too, and it is all together across the back to pour that little flat deck. Part of the crew leaves out today. So we had a guest yesterday ask, what's my timeline on finishing this and the pool down here? And I said, I can't give a timeline. It was Joseph, and I said, I can't give a timeline. You never know what the next curveball is here. You never know. But I told him this. I said, look, dry season's coming up, and that's when we need to work on the pool. So this is the end of December right now. We'll be up there doing the top of that here pretty soon, all the roof area up there. And by the time we get that finished, it'll be just perfect timing with dry season to work down here on the pool. It's hard to work on the pool and you got a whole bunch of rain come in. So that means like probably February, March, April, somewhere like probably February, March is what my plan is on doing the pool and all in there. And then by the time rainy season returns by mid-May, I'm hoping everything is done, and it'll be perfect timing that there will be ample water everywhere. I can have water trucked in. There's big trucks that'll deliver water really cheap. They can, what do you call it, tanker trucks, big tanker trucks that you can get water brought down from the mountain, spring water, and put in there and get it filled up like that, instead of just wearing our pump out, endlessly pumping water. They'll come in, run a hose back here, and start filling it up, and we can probably supplement that a little bit, but there's no sense us just sucking all the water out of the ground right here when we can have it trucked in and do it that way. So we'll see. I might even be able to make a deal with the municipality. I don't know how they do it here, but back in the US, dude, you can even hire the fire trucks sometimes, because give them a chance to flush their tanks. So we might even look at that if we make a donation to the municipality in return, because I'm always down with helping. All right, I'm down to pulling out the last gauge here right now. I got the wiring harness loose and it's all labeled. I got everything taped down just the way it would go back onto the 3. This is the light. Everything where it goes down, I got a mark. So I'll pull this gauge here. It's the last one to get out and get it over in the dash. I've got the others already placed in here, except this last one. I may repaint these right here in the dash and touch those little rings up, get them cleaned up. I can tape it off and tape around that ring and paint them in. It's not a big deal. All right, got the blast gauge put in. I got the first part of the wiring harness. This was the last thing I took off. Now I'm going to reverse back down through here, and then all of this down below should be disappearing, other than these to the light switches down here. I'll need to hold on to those. And this broke light switch, I have a replacement for it. It's sitting down here in the sink, and I'll be able to go ahead and get it on too. So pretty cool stuff, pretty cool. And man, able to do this on the cheap because I recovered this from another boat repurpose. All right, I'm down here to the very last one. Get this nut on. I got 2 more wires to connect. This is on the fuel gauge down here, and that's one of the key ones that I'm wanting. All right, there it is. I'm gonna get this tube right here off. I want to be careful with it. I don't want to be rough or nothing. I might have to cut it. There it is, and then I can get the other one on. All right, well, I'm gonna continue working on this. I'm gonna sit down and rest my back a minute. Standing here leaning over this, middling with this stuff, kind of got my back feeling a little tired. So I'll take a break and we'll come back on it. So we got a guy here about to propose to a woman to marry him. And he's all set up out here. They got a chair and all says, "Will you marry me?"